Hi, everyone, and welcome to TWF Friday Night Smackdown. I am Michael Cole, here with Autolycus, the King of Thieves, and with Wade Barrett. And today on Friday Night Smackdown, we have today on Good Friday, we got Jesus the Healer. Jesus, the Son of God, the King of Kings, the Kaiser of Kaiser, the Lord of Lords, the Earl of Earls. Hi, I, Jesus the Healer, Jesus, Son of God, King of Kings, Kaiser of Kaiser, Lord of Lords, Earl of Earls, the Kingling of the Elderling of Rest, the right hand of God Almighty, my Father, King of Heaven and King of the world. Today, as of right now, I now set to once again, this is the day, dawn looks the day that I was put to death for the sins of all mankind and all womankind. So God so loved the world, he gave us his only child, his son, me, Jesus, who through his death and through his blood, those that only get love and forgiveness got a stead in heaven and their sins cleaned away. I was taken under yield by the Jewish folk, which I was one of them by worship. I was taken to Herod Tappy many times, and he wanted to seek me guilty of being sinful and being unlawful. I kept being sent over and over again to Herod Tappy. Also many times to the Reich Elder, I guess you would call it, or the Settling Elder, which would be Compius Pilate, if I'm saying that name right. He would say that I was unguilty of any wrongdoing, but sooner or later he got irked, and sooner or later he had me put to death. Why? Because I guess there were some folks who thought that if it got back to Tiberius the Kaiser, that one of his Reich elders couldn't handle a small little thing, so he had me put to death. And it wasn't as smooth as you think it was. I got beat many times. I got spit on, guilted, shamed, slighted, scathed, beat on some more. And I took all of that and more. Since I loved all mankind and all womankind, I took on all their sins. I took on all the weakenings and all the handicappings. God loved mankind and womankind so much, he was willing to put me through it. And I loved mankind and womankind so much, I was willing to go through it. And it didn't end there, folks. I was then had to take my round up to my stead of killing. But I was so badly beaten I couldn't do it. So other men made a deal to carry my round up for me. And it didn't end there. I got beat some more. Then I got ropes put around me, wood put in my hands. Those nails then put into my hands. And I was on the round. And I ended up giving up my life to God. My goal was done. And you see, Lucifer thought he won. But at the end of the day, Lucifer was a loser. And he was losing. Because on Easter Sunday, God raised me from the dead. And me and God opened the gateway to heaven. So all can go to heaven. Not only have love and forgiveness and have one's sins cleaned away, but having a stead in heaven too. So, think of me today on Good Friday of what I am going through for all mankind and all womankind, not only for those who believe in me, but for those who do not believe in me either. Do not eat any meat today, because as eating meat would be as eating my body. Well, whoa! Well, Well, that's good to know. Well, anyway, Michael Cole said we want to say thank you to having Jesus, the Son of God, here today on Friday Night Smackdown, here today on Good Friday, one of the many Christendom holy days or holidays. There are many of them. There was Marley Thursday, leading into Good Friday, which leads into Holy Star Day and Easter Sunday. All right. I just want to say that I am a Christendom folk, and I worship and love and follow God Almighty and Jesus the Healer. Now, I know that some folks might say that fighting and wrestling is sinful and unlawful. If it is, then I most likely show playing would not have to be sinful and unlawful. Anyway, I just know that I am the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight fighter. And there are some folks out there who have a belief that I work for the Bloodway, or I'm somehow kin with Roman Reigns. Well, let me tell you something. I am not kin to Roman Reigns. I have nothing to do with his Bloodway. My kin name is not Fatu. It is not Maivia. And it is not Afuda, which are the kin names of the Bloodway. So at the end of the day, you don't have to worry about that. My kin name is Modafuda. And I was always wondering, for some folks always wondered how far that would go. Well, no, here comes Roman Reigns now. The so-called kinhead, the so-called Kaiser, the so-called king, so-called overlord, so-called highest leader, so-called head of the board. He's got so many ranks to himself, and I don't really think he's truly any of those ranks. And his outstanding overseer, Paulie Dangerously, or should we just call him a first wicker then? Michael Cole says. I don't know, Autolycus says. He does got a lot of ranks to his name, Michael Cole, but none of them he just gave to himself. I don't really truly believe he's any of those things that folks say he is. Oh, Wade Barrett he likes to say he's this and that. If he truly is any of those things, that's a whole other thing, but he believes he is. So, Mora, how dare you come out and tell everyone, shit. Mora, how dare you come out and tell everyone that you're not a Fatu, that you're not a Maivia, that you're not a Mafuda. Because my kin name is not Maivia, or Fatu, or Muda, Afuda, Amada, Muda. My kin name is Modafada, alright? And I'm not kin to you. I'm a Hawaiish folk, not Samoish folk. But that's not a Malish folk. But yeah, we all might be Southeast Islanders, but I am not kin to you. You're not my kinhead, you're not my overlord, you're not my king, kaiser, highest leader, or my head of any board. And you yelled a whole year and a half after you lost the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight winnings to come around and start bullying folks. You've been weakened down, Roman Reigns. Say what you want to say. You were in my team. Yeah, and I left your team after I learned how you behave, how you handle your kin, how you handle your friends. You got everyone in the Maivia kin, everyone in the Fatu kin, everyone in the Mafua kin believing that you're all this shit, but you're not. My kin name is Motherfucker. And tell you the truth, I'm not kin to any of you. Yeah, it's true. You might not be a Fatu, or a Mayavia, or a Mafella. Yeah, you're Motherfucker. Alright? You're gonna do what's right. For me, your kinhead, your king, your Kaiser, highest leader, overlord. And if you don't do what's right, I'm gonna beat you. Oh, this is great, Roman Reigns. On the day that Jesus is dying for everyone's sins, and you, a Christendom folk, and this is how you behave. Oh, I know your true name, Joseph Mafuta. I know that you're a Christendom folk. I know how you truly are. In no way, shape, or ground am I ever being a motherfucker would I ever answer to you, because you're none of those things to me. But if you want to have a match here today on Friday Night Smackdown, Good Friday, well, then by all means, let's do it. I can show you how a Hawaiish beats a Samoish. All right, come on, Paulie dangerously says. You know, there isn't really a big unlikeness between Samoish folk or Hawaiish folk or Izamali folk. They're all Southeast Islanders. They all speak three main speeches, which is Hawaiish, Samoish, and Amalish. They used to live in lands like the southern land in New Zealand and the Marshall Islands, and the Samoan, the Samoish Island, and and the Sullivan Islands and the Christendom Islands, and Hawaiish Island, which is one of the Reichs of the 4-1 Reichs, and Samoish land, and Vinlander Samoish, which is a settling of the 4-1 Reichs. We don't have to do this. You don't talk for me, Paulie, dangerously, and neither does Roman Reigns. You think you're going to beat me? Come on, let's do it. It's put up or shut up. Well, this is, alright, we got a match here, and this is for the TWF 4-1 TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight winnings. First, she is Mora, and he is Roman Reigns, and she is the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight fighter, Mora. So, Michael Cole says, what is Mora going to have to do to beat Roman Reigns, since mostly, for almost all of 2020 and some of 2022 while he seemed to be unbeatable and unstoppable and unyieldable. She has to first got to keep away from Roman Reigns and his striking. Roman Reigns likes to flow down the match or the fight. He likes to have the upside on anyone he wrestles and fights. Autolycus says he likes to heavily entrust in either his overseer or his kin to help him. Yeah, well, Mora hadn't got there alone. Mora stole the Samoish strike or the Hawaii strike from Soa Sikoa. Oh, and Mora taking down Roman Reigns right now, who's in a really bad bind right now. In the WWE, he might still be the 4-1 WWE heavyweight and world heavyweight fighter, but as far as the TWF and the SMW goes, and the MSW goes, he lost those winnings. Yeah, well, Roman Reigns, that might be true, Wade Barrett says, but Roman Reigns, he's always seeks a way to win. There's a grounds to why he's been in WWE for many years. And he will seek the way to win. I don't know how he's going to win, but he is going to win. Wait a minute. Roman Reigns. Oh, Overman strike on Mora. Roman Reigns believes he's got everything under running lead here, Michael Cole says. Well, Autolycus says we're going to be seeing Roman Reigns as a fourth-time TWF heavyweight fighter, and as a two-time world heavyweight fighter, Wade Barrett said. I don't think so. Michael Cole said Roman Reigns doing that one thing, and that's how it may have made him lose this match here, Michael Cole says. Well, hopefully Autolycus said that Mora will win Roman Reigns and keep the TWF heavyweight and royal winnings, unless Paulie dangerously does something. Wade Barrett said, you know he will. He's not above doing things. You know, 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner, and still the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight fighter, Mora. And Mora is still the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight fighter. She beat Roman Reigns. Michael Cole said, Paulie dangerously's coming in the ring. Oh, she just struck and knocked him down too. You know, she just struck and knocked him down too. You know, she just struck and knocked him down too. Mora's still the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight fighter. And we know Roman Reigns and Paulie dangerously can't not be happy about that, Michael Cole says. Not at all. No, they're going to be angry. No, they're going to be irked, Autolycus says. But too bad. Life is unfair. You know what? An angry Roman Reigns, a irked Roman Reigns, is the more harmful Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns and Paulie dangerously will not take that lying down. I can tell you that, Wade Barrett says. Alright, Michael Cole said, time for Gene Okerlund to talk with Roman Reigns and Paulie to talk with Mora. Alright. Talk with Paulie dangerously and Roman Reigns. Talk with Mora. Alright. No, I mean to talk with Mora. Alright, Michael Cole. I'm going to talk with Mora here today on Friday Night Smackdown. A Good Friday for us Christendom folk. And I'm going to talk with the TWF heavyweight and heavyweight fighter, Mora. Alright, Mora. We just seen you beat Roman Reigns. And you are on cloud 9, would I say. Oh, Gene Okerlund, I have been on cloud 9 ever since I became the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight fighter since last Star Day. And yes, I beat Roman Reigns, which a lot of folks believe, at least in WWE, he's unbeatable and unstoppable. And he may have looked like that for close to 2 or 3 years in the TWF, and it's the SMF. But we all saw what happened. He lost the SMF heavyweight winnings, known as the Blue Strap. He lost the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight winnings. So at the end of the day, he isn't all that. And so Roman Reigns and Paulie dangerously thought that I was more smoother, yielded for when I thought that after I beat Maxwell Jacob Friedman, believing that I would be just handed over to him. That's not happening. Well, you do know that Roman Reigns, Paulie dangerously, James Uso, and Jason Uso will probably come after you. And they need be. They got free will. If they want to come after me, they can. If they want to behave like a bully in a hill and a creep, that's their right. Shame on them if they choose to come after me. At the end of the day, I'm not frightened of Roman Reigns, or Paulie dangerously, or Jason Uso, or James Uso, the brothers. I'm not frightened of Solo Sokoa, even if we get his doll or not. I'm not frightened of any of them. You know? I'm not a Fatu. I'm not a Maivia. I'm not a Fuda. I am a Motherfuda. I'm not kin to any of them. So don't get the belief that since I'm Hawaiish folk, and they're Samoish folk, but don't get the belief that I am kin to them, because I am not. And I told you I was going to bring Onlook to the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight winnings, and I did that. And I will be the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight fighter for months to come, years to come, as long as the booking and writing goes the way they want to go. Alright, Mora, that's good to know. Good luck, good work with you beating Roman Reigns here today on Friday Night Smackdown. Alright, that's my talk with Mora. Back to you, Michael Cole. Thank you, Gene Okerlund, for talking with Mora here today on Friday Night Smackdown. And that's all the time we got here for Friday Night Smackdown. I am Michael Cole for Autolycus, the King of Thieves, and Wade Barrett. We hope you like Friday Night Smackdown, and we'll see you tomorrow for Rampage or Ram Through. Have a good Friday, everyone.